are back.
Welcome back to No Gimmicks. Finally, this is part 2 of tonight, and we have our guest. As always, we've got Chris, we've got Papa Gimmicks, we've got JT over here with this gimmick ass cooler. That's the best thing on the planet. We've got Phil over here, and then I'm gonna have to just go ahead and talk about it. I've got this Real American beer
again.
You racist!
I'm trying to get through it, dude. I've got 3 left. I'm trying to get rid of them. I will not buy again. Swear to God, it's decent beer, but it does not deserve. Yeah, no.
For those of you No Gimmicks fans who are probably around Papa Gimmicks age, what I've been told is it tastes just like Billy beer.
Oh, and another thing I want to bring to y'all's attention, I have the Best in the World's Championship hanging out with us, and no one else can.
When was the last time he was a champion?
Hey, that doesn't fucking matter. He's the best in the world. Does not fucking matter. So I'm going to just interrupt that and then start where we ended on the last podcast, and I said I was going to come in hot with the 2 night shows that I'm getting fucking tired of. So we are coming up in a month or 2 to SummerSlam, which is a 2-night event. And the only thing that I can say is they're using this bitch, who is it, Cardi B? Is that who that is? As the spokesperson, as the host of this event. And dude, Chris, I know SummerSlam is that's the only event that you need to hit Big 4.
That's the only Big 4, like big show that, I haven't hit. And the way prices are now, I mean, I'm not going to say it's never going to happen. I'm going to have to make it happen at some point. But yeah.
Oh, you're just going to suck it up and pay it, huh?
Eventually, I know I will.
Looking at you, Brady.
Shut up. We didn't talk about this. We went a whole rant on pricing and all this crap. Here's the thing. Oh, by the way, anybody following us on TikTok, we are live right now on TikTok. So go to No Gimmicks, which is KNOW Gimmicks, and click the follow button because we definitely
we don't know much, but we know gimmicks.
We definitely know the gimmicks. Hey, speaking of that, the 2-night events, dude, I think I'm over it. I don't think that they're needed, and especially going into SummerSlam this year, I think they kind of had to do it just because of how they fucked it up. But 2-night SummerSlam, man, they're really it's a reach. It's a stretch. I don't know how they're gonna pull this one off. Opinions?
I mean, they'll pull it off. I mean, they like most of these. I keep saying pay-per-views forever. Most PLEs are like 5 to 6 matches tops now, and while it does let the matches tend to breathe a little more, it's not at all hard for them to put together 10 to 12 matches. They're going to pull it off, but whether some people start to get tired of that, I mean, it's one of those things. Until tickets stop selling, it's good. They're pulling it off.
Exactly, and again, you still have 2 brands. You have a main champion male, main champion female, mid-card title male, mid-card title female, tag team champions, and then the female. Like that's 11 matches right there.
Yeah.
And
this is something interesting matches. About that. Well, about when I was saying a second ago, if stuff stops selling, they're going to rethink it. Like this weekend is an example of that. I don't know if y'all heard, they had like a 4-night package thing for where they at Tampa or whatever. The last NXT show wasn't selling, so they moved it to the NXT arena. Until that starts happening on those big shows, I mean, we can bitch all we want, but they're going to keep doing it. It's just one of those things. We can bitch about ticket prices. As long as they're selling, they're going to keep doing it. It is what it is.
Let's talk about this. We kind of hit on it a little bit on the previous recording, but what about this whole WrestleMania in New Orleans getting just scrapped? What are we talking about that? Like, what's going on, man?
I think that's part of I think that was just some kind of renegotiating the deal thing. I don't think it was. I mean, they hadn't even started ticket sales, so we can't say anything like that. I think there was just some kind of renegotiating the deal. Maybe they got more for Mania later. I don't know what it was, but I mean, it's not like it wasn't selling because they hadn't even started yet. So
Does
who
it
knows?
make The Rock look like a clown, sir, wearing the Great One
Oh.
shirt, going out in...
Off of this case, man.
Let me tell you something, Brady. First off, know your role. Shut your mouth, okay? But I mean, The Rock announced it because the WWE had planned it. It's not like it was his. It's not like he had anything to do with the plan. But no, yeah. I mean, what makes him look like a fool is showing up and then saying, "Cody Rhodes, I got your soul." Oh wait, bye. That's what makes him look like a damn fool.
Let's hear it again, Chris, because we talked about that in the last, and I'm like, okay, The Rock does not deserve to be here anymore. He fucked it all up, and I'm done with him. If The Rock shows up, great. That's my piss break, bro. I'm walking.
Yeah, right.
He's such a fucking liar.
I believe that as much as you're going to cancel your subscription next time it raises $1.
Bro, look,
okay?
Here's exactly what I told Brady. Brady is the prime example of why John Cena hates us. He's the prime reason why John Cena is the last real champion and is walking away because of fans like Brady.
Yeah. Here, you know what,
Brady? I'm going to throw something else. You're fickle. How about that? You're fickle.
How about fickle? I'll fucking burn that fickle championship to the ground. Like, that's a piece of shit. Just like Daniel Bryan. Just like that fucking term.
You mean like that fake ass championship you was fucking showing off when we started?
It's not a fake ass championship. This motherfucker.
It's been real. They had to make it just for him because he's a look at me bitch.
Oh yeah. All right. You know what? Canceled.
What? Oh yeah.
No more no gimmicks. Canceled.
Good. Get the fuck out of here. Me and Phil will do the show.
Fuck you, Phil. Okay. Shane McMahon, CM Punk, the best in the world, period.
Tearing quads and tearing triceps all over the place. Yeah, that's great. Yeah.
Yeah. Listen.
Luckily, Snoop Dogg was there to save Shane's ass.
Yeah. Snoop Dippity Dog and the Miz. Yeah. Don't forget the Miz.
Yeah.
All right.
Brady, I'm gonna choke the shit out of you. No notes.
You love it. I'm gonna drink my real American beer as we.
Oh my God,
brother!
This is the Allsup special. You buy a case of this and get a burrito for free.
I bet you want to go to Hooters next.
Yeah.
Super.
Oh God. Yeah. Anyway. Okay. Well, we're gonna move on. What's next on the agenda?
I don't know. This was your idea. Well, so I'll piggyback off of what you were saying about the 2-night shows. So it was up to me to do the off the top rope question. Excuse me. And I had an interesting thought because I was lazy and didn't come up with one until literally last minute. Am I the only one here who's been to a NASCAR event?
I have not been to a NASCAR event.
I ain't been to one.
Okay, so
nope.
So when NASCAR fans, and to Brady's point, people who aren't NASCAR fans but want the experience go to some of these races, especially on the big weekends where they're doing 2 or 3 days of racing in a row, have campgrounds. You can buy tickets where you pull your camper up to the side of the track. I think that's the next big outdoor event for WWE because they're getting ready. So Survivor Series is going to be in Padres Stadium. They've done stadium shows open top before, but I think it would be super cool for them to go to a NASCAR stadium and open up some of the campgrounds and stuff to where us freaks and geeks can get out there and just camp out for 3 or 4 nights and just do weird wrestling fan shit.
That would be an insane time, and people would probably beat each other up, and yeah.
I promise you it's no worse than what happens at NASCAR.
I would be first in line. I would book a campground. JT, pull the fucking trailer. Papa Gimmicks, load up. Roach, load up. We're going. We are going to...
Brady, you would be so drunk, you would miss the show. You'd be drunk by like 5.
Beer, right?
Yeah. It'd be like the Texas Rangers game all over again. I have to rescue your ass somewhere.
One fucking time. One time. I'll never live that down either. And you know what? Fuck you for that. You sent me a picture
for saving him for getting arrested. Probably.
Wait a minute. One time he gets fucked up, but yet when all of us are drinking at his house, who's doing shots of fucking water when we're doing real liquor shots?
I'm gonna exit the conversation.
Yeah, no shit.
I had to save my own ass that night, fellas. Like there was no. Listen, I knew the limit, and I was there, and y'all just partied up. So I was all for it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, here's the thing. Like, what was? So I'm gonna try and get back on topic here, but like, so the 2-night stuff. Like, what was it like? Was it 2-3 years ago when they took matches like Bex and Trish off because they just they booked too much. They booked too much stuff, and I would rather see the 2 nights at 3.5 hours each than a 4-hour show of them trying to cram 10 matches in personally. But that's just me.
The WrestleMania 35 card, WrestleMania 34 card, dude, we were exhausted by the end of that.
Well, yeah, or even even if they don't the super long ones is obviously too fucking much because we were both right. We were at 34, you were 35, but even to my point, if they did it shorter, I don't want to see them cramming, 2 30-minute matches, and then they'd have to have 8, 10 to 15-minute matches that just aren't going to be as good as they possibly could be. So I'm as far as the shows, if it gets more matches time to breathe, I'm all for it personally. It's a lot to ask, but I don't want to see matches that don't get time to be what they can be. So
and I'll tell you too. I mean, you remember WrestleMania for a while there? It's like we would get a mini concert or special appearance or the gimmick battle royal or stuff like that. I kind of miss some of that comedic relief or some of that chance to breathe. Like, not that all of us don't enjoy wrestling, but like you said, when you sit through a 5-hour show, you gotta have something to break up that monotony. I would be okay.
So Travis Scott didn't do it for you?
Do what?
So Travis Scott didn't do it for you this year?
Did he do anything? I can't remember.
It took 5 minutes, whatever he did do, to get down to the ring. So,
oh my god,
dude, it was worse than a fucking Jeff Hardy save. Like, dude,
my brother's getting his ass kicked.
Yeah, I don't know. No, okay, and I don't mind, dude. Let's be honest. WrestleMania deserves 2 nights, straight up. WrestleMania, they need it.
I think Royal Rumble does too because of the format of that. It's made for 2 nights.
Yeah,
SummerSlam again.
I'm scared.
Yeah,
SummerSlam's going to be a tough sell because, like, that is a 4-hour show. That's all it needs to be. I mean,
yeah.
We don't need 2 fucking nights of Royal Rumble. We don't need 2 nights of WrestleMania. We don't need 2 nights of SummerSlam. And by God, we're probably going to get 2-night Survivor Series coming up. Like, at the end of the day, if they keep selling these big events out, they're going to make the four big ones.
Have they announced, like, I know we talked about Survivor Series last time. Have they actually announced where it's at and, like, if it's a big stadium?
It's in San Diego at the fucking Padres Stadium.
Okay. Well, yeah, if they sell that shit out, I mean, if they're selling out stadiums, they're going to take a big look at it, I mean.
They will. And that's and me.
I don't think it needs it by any means either, but it could be one night, it can be War Games. I don't need 2 nights of War Games. How about that?
I don't need War Games at all. War Games needs to go away. Like, War Games is cool, but let's have her. Like, you could have a War Games match anytime. It doesn't have to be a fucking pay-per-view. Just like Hell in the Cell, you could have a Hell in the Cell match at any time of the year to kill a feud off. You don't need to have a pay-per-view in October specified for Hell in the Cell. Just like you don't need Survivor Series fucking War Games. Like, you don't.
I mean, everyone, just change it up. That's all I say. It's just, I mean, I don't hate it, but I do miss the traditional match can be just an absolute blast when done right.
So as of right now, they've only advertised it as Survivor Series, not Survivor Series War Games. And what's even better about that, and I'm going to use my bias because I'm going to be an hour, 45 minutes away from that stadium. That shit's going to come on at we're going to have to be at the stadium at noon.
Here's the deal with that. The graphic, if you go back and look, has the chain link behind it.
We'll see. I don't know.
Why
We'll see what happens.
Ruin shit. I was happy to see you tonight, and now you're going to come up here and say some stupid shit again.
Hey, man, like, I'm happy. If we get to go to Survivor Series, we're going to fucking be there. You're going to be in California. It's a quick flight there. That'd be fucking cool. Super excited. At the end of the day, like, I've never seen, all the events that I've been to, I've never once seen a steel cage match, a Hell in a Cell match live in person. So I think it's going to be cool if they do War Games. I've never seen like that. The biggest gimmick that I've seen live in person is when Brock Lesnar, and you shut your fucking mouth, Chris, when Brock Lesnar lifted the ring with the tractor at SummerSlam.
At that end?
Yeah. That's what I said. You shut your fucking mouth.
It started with the greatest microphone catch of all time. I'll give that to him.
That's true. Yeah, you got to give him that.
Dude caught that like a G, and I still hate him for it.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, though, guys, again, WrestleMania is the only show besides Royal Rumble that truly needs the 2 nights. I think Royal Rumble, if you could do...
If we're going to do 2 nights, then Survivor Series rates 2 nights because there's almost guaranteed 2 Survivor Series matches.
But at what point do you do like the brand split situation? And maybe just hear me out a little bit. Night 1 for Monday Night Raw, night 2 for SmackDown, or you know what I mean? Instead of like the issue I think we had with WrestleMania, and this was a debate amongst all of us, Papa Gimmicks included, was does Punk and Roman go on? Punk, Roman, and Seth, do they go on main event night 1, night 2? I think now, going back, they should have fucking main evented night 2. Like, that match.
No.
What? What do you mean no?
No.
How?
The winner of the fucking Royal Rumble main event.
I hear you. I hear it. But that's not the way it works anymore.
I don't give a shit. You want to talk about dying on hills? I will put a fucking machine gun bunker on top of a hill, defend it, fight it, and die honorably on top of that hill. The winners of the Royal fucking Rumble main event. End of discussion.
They should, but they
not really.
They have to but they have to have people of quality. They can't have a Jey Uso main event.
Well, that's why fucking Alexa Bliss didn't win then.
Alexa Bliss could have main evented WrestleMania.
I love this. Yeah, I'm not going to go on that.
There's a reason why Becky Lynch didn't come back and do it.
She main evented WrestleMania. What are you talking about? I was there.
I'm talking about winning the Royal Rumble and main event in WrestleMania.
She did.
She didn't come back this year and win that motherfucker.
No, but she did it once. She won the Royal Rumble.
Did it once. Yeah, so did Stone Cold. Fucking Vince McMahon won the goddamn Royal Rumble.
Yeah. Wasn't that for the championship, though? So he was already the champion.
But my point behind that is, and I've said it 1,000 times, they need to go and main event WrestleMania.
That's fine. But you got to have winners that have...
So here's the thing. I mean, if they start simply saying the Royal Rumble winner gets a guaranteed title shot at WrestleMania, is it literally just the fact that they use the words that you're on such a tirade about that? Is that really what it is?
No, it's a matter of I am very much a traditionalist, and in the modern day time, if we're going to have a men and women, it cheapens the event of the Royal Rumble. They've done a phenomenal job of trying to promote just being at WrestleMania, but now with, again, 2 men's, 2 women's, all you have to do is win the Royal Rumble or win an Elimination Chamber. And I say only. But again, now there are multiple attempts and opportunities to get to WrestleMania if you're a main event player. And the second that you start cheapening the Royal Rumble, that's called Chips and the Rocks of Discipline. It's a book. You should read it sometime. I love it. But again, so now all of a sudden, the winner of the Royal Rumble doesn't main event WrestleMania for a title shot. Okay, now it comes down to just a title shot. Well, now we're just going to make it a chance to appear at WrestleMania because Alexa Bliss or Becky Lynch is back. That win means nothing. Well, now the Royal Rumble goes to a fucking pre-show just like Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, and now it comes down, it happens to fucking Friday Night SmackDown.
But the problem here's the overall problem is you've got somebody like, for instance, Charlotte, who is a main event.
He needs to suck up and get the fuck gone.
Okay. Yes, I agree. But what I'm getting at here is Charlotte won the Royal Rumble. She could have easily main evented night one with the right opponent. That's the problem. You couldn't have Tiffy in the main event spot. That's just the truth. And
there's a lot of times where the championship. I mean, there's no way in hell anyone is going to convince me or anyone else really that, Rock Hogan shouldn't have main evented 18. That was the bigger match. That was the biggest match. Triple H and Jericho shouldn't have. Taker and HBK 26. That was the biggest match after 25, and the story built up for that year. There is no way any other match should have main evented over that.
That's
Bayley
a testament
versus Io last year should not have main evented. Oh, it didn't, but there's no way you can actually try to argue that they should have main evented over Rock and Roman and all that stuff.
But that's a testament.
If the story isn't there, that's just what it is.
That's a testament to those individuals because they could have easily done it in the main event, but they weren't picked for it. And maybe without that motivation, that's why it was so good. I'm not here to debate what the best match of the night was. I'll never do that because we saw that this year. The best match of the night was a curtain jerk with the ladies. So my thing is like, that's fine. Put on a phenomenal show. Add that to the resume. Make WrestleMania great. But when you go to the Royal Rumble, sets the standard for that Mania. And if you think you're better than whoever won the Royal Rumble, go prove it. But they're going to main event it. If you want that main event shot so bad, get better. It's breeding competition, and it's breeding better inside. We don't have WCW anymore. AEW can still get fucked. Brady's still buying tickets for $35 to go see them. They're not competition.
I mean, that's the truth. We bought tickets in fucking August of last year for $35. You know what I mean? So that's
so you have to and that's the thing is when you talk to and I say it like I've talked to them, but you watch all these interviews. Well, it made us better by they challenged us. We made ourselves better. We went out there to make ourselves better. And just like I told Brady in our first recording tonight, we got on a tirade about superstars and all that. I go, he goes, well, what if Roman wouldn't have been there? I said, well, then we wouldn't have wasted the money on a budget for him. Same thing with Brock Lesnar. The downfall of these part-time characters is they were paying god-awful money for Brock Lesnar to start with because he's honestly the first one. If we would have been paying him all that money, they divide that up and give it to Roman. Roman Reigns would have been the tribal chief a year and a half earlier. You know what I mean? Like, people, at the end of the day, we've come so far forward. I don't think there's any shy of Randy Orton and a few others. There's no real royal loyalty left. People are starting to chase paychecks, and this is where we get in a dangerous territory. If we wouldn't have had Brock Lesnar or Roman Reigns would have been mandatory show up every week, earning the same amount of money, we might have never lost Dean Ambrose. We might have never lost, for much as I hate or don't care, Sasha Banks. These other people would have put out for that company.
I mean, and that could be the case for sure, but
or it could be they didn't like how Vince ran things, but yeah.
You still got to have that.
I mean, that's then why I would say that.
But just like I told Brady,
they're getting paid where they're at. I mean,
if Vince was still here, they wouldn't have moved WrestleMania out of New Orleans.
Yeah, we did talk about that a little bit.
It was already announced.
That one kind of stung a little bit. And, Chris, you and I talked about it. We can't go anyway, but it's still.
Yeah, why does it matter? Like, I don't even see why people, like, if you bought a ticket to hotels, like, okay, that sucks. Hopefully you get your money back. But otherwise, anyone like acting weird about it, to be honest, is just bitching for the sake of bitching.
Well,
that's what we do. That's why John Cena hates us.
The crowd at WrestleMania 41, if you look at that again, if we're going to do that again and just go back to Vegas for WrestleMania 42, there were so many people on the internet, X, Instagram, whatever, that said they spent entirely too much money going to WrestleMania because it was in Vegas. Vegas is expensive, regardless of what you go to do. You can go to Vegas and spend $150 to get there on a flight, but everything else, dude, is Vegas kills your budget. So you can.
That's why you got to win it back at the casinos.
And that's the thing, though. Yeah, you have that mentality. You don't fucking win it back.
Hey, fucking Papa Gimmicks is a winner. He'll get us some motherfucking tickets.
Yeah. Yeah. Go to Vegas, Pop. We need you to hit fucking jackpots and place it all on black or red or whatever the fuck they do, so you can get us all to WrestleMania next year. No, but what I'm getting at though is the amount of money that they brought in for WWE in Vegas. I fear, and I've read that they're going to use Vegas more because of the amount of money that was brought in. So, I mean, we'll see.
That's the times we're living in with this. I mean,
yeah,
people are going to sit there. There's like people on the internet and Twitter are not the majority, and some of us need to accept that. Because the reality is, unless they don't sell out that show, unless people don't show up and don't go to Vegas, we're wrong with what we're bitching about. That's like, people need to accept that. And also people who want to say Vince wouldn't let this happen, y'all can all fuck off because he's a piece of shit. So, like,
I love that defense.
Anyone who says TKO's ruining WWE, you're fucking stupid because they're making more money than ever and people are showing up.
I wouldn't go down that route. But you know, something that we talked about again, and I think a lot of people can agree with whether we like it or not. I don't think WWE PLE tickets and even Raw and Smack average show tickets have kept up with the industry, and the industry being sports and sports entertainment, right? Like, for the longest time, ticket sales were around the same price, plus or minus some inflation, maybe some years. But if you look at baseball, football, soccer, football, whatever, their tickets have steadily gone up. And instead of doing it every year, WWE just waits 2 to 5 years and chunk chains it. And then, and I didn't say this earlier, Brady, but them stadiums ain't getting any cheaper to lease.
I mean, I remember looking into tickets for like just a random Cowboys game years ago, and I was like, let's see, tickets, parking, you know, everything. I was like, no,
Jerry
ain't
Jones,
happening.
You rich bastard, you greedy motherfucker.
And this is, you know, I think with I talked about this once with Brady before, but it's like, the reality is when WWE sees point blank, it's easy for anyone to see on the internet. If they sell a, you know, Section 100 ticket for $500, and then half of them get resold for $1,000. Goddamn, half of them get resold for like $1,000. How are you not supposed to say, well, the demand's there for people to pay $1,000 for it? Why the fuck are resellers getting that money? Like, that's the shit part.
Well, so
because
much like I told Brady, shy of postseason or the World Series, the Texas Rangers put their schedule out at the beginning of the year, and you know who they're facing. So if I'm local to Texas as a Braves fan and I want to go see the Braves, I'll buy that ticket. WWE's coming to town maybe twice a year if you're lucky, and you never know who's going to be there. So as soon as they announce The Rock, Cody Rhodes, Stone Cold, whoever, them tickets are through the roof.
But hey, the SmackDown we went to that was before Mania last year, we got tickets for $100, 100-ish a piece. I saw the week before, after it was Rock was back and they announced he would be there, tickets in like the row behind us was like $400 or $500. Like, I mean,
that's a 300%
and I think they were resale, they were resale, by the way. So, like, again, what are you gonna do? I mean,
that's the thing, though, is one thing that I'm bummed about with ticket prices. Like, I'm not upset that SmackDown cost $250 to go. Like, I don't care. Like, honestly, going to those shows are fun. I love it. Tickets are just they're really high, whatever. One thing that really bothers me about it is the fact that they've eliminated the house shows. Like I loved, and I know Chris, your opinion on it. House shows maybe not really needed. I don't know. I loved being able.
I think they're fun. I think they're fun to go to, though. I mean, I've seen footage of when they do like a little 1 week run during the holidays or the European shows. I mean, I see the footage of they have fun.
They do.
I think the wrestlers probably are like, I don't necessarily want to be doing those every single week, and Lord knows they need time off, but I think they're fun. I'd love to have one in Texas.
The truth is, it's like even the one that me and Papa Gimmicks went to in Wichita Falls, the one that JT and I inadvertently were at the same show in 2018, like those shows, regardless of them wanting to be there or not, you're getting the talent in front of people at a price that they can afford, and they're able to bring their families like that
and the talent's having fun with it too. Like you see it, man, they're having a blast.
Well, so this goes back to the killing of the territories.
In a towel.
Yeah, I mean, dude,
that's fair.
Sorry, JD, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead, JD.
But again, this goes back to the death of the territories, and what do we do, right? Like, at the end of the day, NXT is only so long of a show. At the end of the day, WWE can only partner with TNA and buy AAA so much and put people places. That is a great place to cut your teeth, to get these superstars, the talent, in front of people and get them under the wing of your Michael Hayeses and your Devon Dudleys and your Triple H's and say, okay, this match didn't go according to plan. What do you think? Like, flex. This is your opportunity to flex because we aren't airing this. Right. Sure, there's going to be 2,000 people that go and bitch about you, but it's better than 200,000 or 20,000, and
or 2 million.
Exactly.
And I don't mean to interrupt you, but an NXT show came through Dallas, and it was at some random ass bar, like seriously, a bar.
Send it.
And Nicole and I and a couple of Shane actually went with us because my buddy Mark, Shane went, and we had the best fucking time at the NXT show, seeing Keith Lee, Matt Riddle, the Street Profits, all those guys when they were, and we paid $20 a fucking ticket to go.
Great.
And that was the thing, is like it brought attention to NXT for me, for one, because I've never really paid attention to Matt Riddle or to the Street Profits or to Keith Lee or any of those guys, but it made me actually want to go and watch NXT because of how good they perform. We don't have that now. We've got NXT on Tuesday nights or whatever, but you know who doesn't watch NXT? Me, because I've got Monday Night Raw, SmackDown, and fucking family. So it's it's a lot harder.
Well, and that's what I'm saying, right? Like, and who knows what some of the great gimmicks or spots came out of house shows, right? Like, I remember that show in Waco, Alexa Bliss having a temper tantrum in the middle of the ring. And that was maybe not full on, but we saw that come out in her character because it got a reaction. Yep. Something simple and stupid as the what chant, that can come out of a damn house show.
Well, the Roman Reigns was the IC champion whenever we were there. And he was I think that was the start of like the big dog character, because he had broken away kind of a little from the Shield. Like that was,
I remember hearing like they would do like tours. Like, I want to say they were like before Roman and Braun Strowman started feuding on TV, they had several matches, and people said, "Oh man, those guys work well together. Let's book it."
Yeah.
I want to say Roman and Orton again. Hey, and then 3-4 months later was that SummerSlam match. That was one of Roman's first big ones. You hear about that kind of stuff. Like, I remember hearing they tested Hogan Flair, and it didn't get good reaction. So Hogan's gonna Hogan, and he got Sid Vicious. But
you got me, brother.
That's like, they test this stuff out, and sometimes it goes and sometimes it doesn't. But yeah, I mean, it's definitely they see. I guess they see the developmental as that avenue now instead of the house shows. But I mean, I don't know.
Well,
And
house shows are fun, and I wish we had some.
Even the house show, like I drove up to Oklahoma City back in 2018 or 2019, maybe right. I think it was right before COVID hit, and it was when Becky and Seth were feuding with Corbin and what's her ass, the Lacey Evans. And
Lacey, yeah,
and they were putting Lacey and Corbin through tables and shit. Like, and then that happened at Monday Night Raw because they were getting the reactions at the house shows that made it where we're going to put it on TV. Those are the kind of things that I miss, like going and spending $50 for a house show ticket, even if I have to go 3 hours to get there. Like that made that shit worth it. You know.
Well, so again, that kind of goes back to what I was saying with the the NASCAR track mentality, right? Like if you're going to start bumping this shit up to multiple nights, I really think that's the next step. Hey, where can we go that the fans can get closer, stay there, or there's a big enough piece of property where we can do the Pat McAfee show with, NXT and all this other stuff, and no one ever has to get in their car. They can drink all the beer they want and never have to worry about a DUI because they're drunk staggering distance to where they're sleeping.
Well, they did that with the Jericho Cruise. I don't know if you know that, but
Yep.
they did that for, I think, a few years with the Jericho. I don't know if he's still doing it or not, but apparently those cruises were awesome. Like people had the best time because they were on the same boat as all the superstars. They got to go see wrestling every night. They got to meet their guys. Like, I mean, it was just a fun environment to be in. So, like having,
I can just imagine Brady on a cruise, drunk off his ass, chasing after CM Punk.
Yeah.
He'd be running after him. CM Punk, drunk off. Yeah.
Drank off all American beer. Yeah.
Yep.
Damn.
Still would have a restraining order before Brady even left the cruise.
Jesus.
Shit. No, but those are the things that I think would be cool. Like to your thought process, having a festival like weekend just full of just wrestling would be a blast. So Nicole and
And the thing is, they probably see what they're doing with, all the events around it and the superstores they probably see it. That's how they see it, really.
Yeah.
Which, yeah, I mean, seeing how every one of those events, like, because even now the thought of doing like a SummerSlam Romania, I'm also like, okay, if I want to do these other events, I got to have like an extra, an extra grand to like truly enjoy every bit of it.
That's really what happened for my wife and I for 38. It started with we were going to WrestleMania. And then they announced Undertaker going in the Hall of Fame. And then Stone Cold was doing his beer launch. And it's like, the only reason I didn't go to Monday Night Raw is because I had to go back to work. I had a ceremony that I had to be in.
That's a damn good thing you didn't spend your money on that night, because I can promise you that would have been, if I could go back in time, I would have saved the fucking money and done something else with it, because that Monday Night Raw sucked a dick. Like, straight up, the worst Monday Night Raw after Mania ever. Tell me I'm wrong, Chris. We were there. We got
I mean, I don't know. I mean, it wasn't exactly a good one. I mean, I don't know about – I mean, you got Cody Rhodes' first promo back. That was fun. The Cody Kevin dark match afterwards was fun. I mean, I don't remember much else from it other than acknowledging my tribal chief and because he celebrated and they talked about how awesome he was. But no, I mean, I don't know. It wasn't good,
So what?
But at the same time, it was like I'm not saying it was great. I never said it was great. I mean, the worst ever. I don't know about all that, But it was okay.
Ever Monday Night Raw after Mania. That I was so stoked to be in there. Like, to top it off, met Stone Cold, fucking met Ric Flair, got Little Nate. Like, I got all these things going for me, and then Monday Night Raw fucking tapped the brakes hard. Like, I mean, hard fucking
break check, motherfucker.
Yes, and then back to work Tuesday. So, anyway, yeah.
I think you were just burnt out and exhausted. We all were by then. I mean, like
Veer
I said,
Mahan.
it wasn't a
2 words. Veer Mahan.
Hey.
No, that was trash.
Hey.
That was trash. Yeah, that was trash.
All right.
That was trash. Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, we're also hoping for The Rock to come out or something. We were hoping The Rock was going to come out and challenge Roman for the next year and pull the repeat of what he did 10 years earlier. All that it never happened. So we were just we had expectations of the crazy Raw after Mania, which Raw After Mania hasn't been Raw After Mania until this year, really.
This year nailed it, dude. Like,
Good.
straight up. They couldn't have done a better Raw After Mania. Here's the other thing, and we're going to talk about this again, and I'm going to trash on The Rock again. Fuck The Rock and everything that he stands for. And your Great One shirt over here, just take it off, get a new shirt on, burn that one. I don't give a fuck. It's going to go in the same burn pile as my Drew McIntyre shirt because I never have to wear that again, by the way. And
we're gonna make it happen.
No, sir.
We're gonna get you drunk, and we're gonna get it on video that you agreed to at some time. We'll make it happen.
Never wearing it again. I will wear my Punk or Alexa Bliss shirts or my Becky Lynch shirts, and that'll be it and done. So I had to wear a God Mode shirt to a wrestling event once. I can't remember why.
You lost a bet. You bet against.
That's why.
You bet against Roman. That's why.
Yeah, well, Roman should have lost like 3 years in a row. But, he was sucking Vince's dick, so he couldn't, that was the...
Whose hair was he shitting in?
Hey, we don't go there, sir. We don't go there. This is no gimmicks, and that was not a gimmick, so...
Allegedly.
Yeah, well, we can allegedly move on to another subject.
I'm getting us canceled, boys.
Dude, we would have been canceled a long time ago if we were going to get canceled.
We're not that good yet. We're not that up there. That's what that live stream on TikTok is for over there. Give them the shout out, Brady.
It's fluctuating. I've gotten a couple of followers. Like, it's one or two in and out. We need the No Gimmicks one to get 1,000 views or 1,000 followers so we can go live on that bad boy. So,
we're trying.
We're trying. We're getting there. And tonight, again, we're going to talk about this one more time since this is our second broadcast. We are back, and this is going to be the weekly episodic podcast, and we're making this shit happen. So, yes.
Good practice for when I move.
Do what?
Good practice for when I move.
Yes, and here, the one thing I did think about is in June, I am actually going to have a week at Papa Gimmicks' place, and we're going to go live from Papa Gimmicks.
Oh, shit.
Yes.
When is that?
So you'll be drunk. So you'll be drunk again. Yes.
I'll be drunk for 5 days straight. I don't know if you know this or not, but that's going to be 5 days in a row.
This is news to me. What's happening here?
I'm on vacation, and we're going to Papa Gimmicks.
What days?
June 24th, 25th, 26th, 27th, 28th, 29th.
Is that over a weekend?
You can come and meet my brother.
Oh no, so Papa Perry is coming into town. So my dad will be in town. My going away party is supposed to be June 27th.
Oh.
That's going to be I'm going to be legally dead.
I wasn't invited to that. So, let me see.
You're not. So let me tell you, this wasn't my idea. My drunk friends decided that. So there's nothing stopping any of you from coming up for that. But just know that I don't have a place for you at the time because I'll have my dad and we're getting ready to move. But June 27th, if you want to come up, God rest your soul.
We are going to be drunk at Papa Gimmick Ranch. That's where we're going to be. And if on the 28th or the 26th or the 25th or the 24th, you want to come get drunk at Papa Gimmicks, come on.
Some of us have to work for a living, you fucking moocher.
I do too. I'm sorry that my company is so great that they gave me a whole fucking lot of vacation right off the front. Like, I'm sorry, but here we are. So I'm going to take it and we're going to just have a good time. It's going to be a week long of hanging out with my brother and fishing and hanging out.
My new best friend.
And hey, you know what? You could join us if you chose. You didn't invite me to your going away party. I didn't know.
Motherfucker, I didn't know it was a thing until they told me.
Well,
why didn't you ask them after they told you?
And then you didn't tell me. And then I didn't tell Papa. And I didn't tell Roach. Like, how are we supposed to fucking know?
Because the only reason I didn't say something is I felt guilty because normally there's a free place to stay up here. And I'd feel bad if y'all had to come up here and get a hotel.
That's okay. Well, we're good. here's the deal. Like we would have, not saying we're good, like we wouldn't have came. We would have figured it out.
Well,
That's
come
what I'm
figure it out then, motherfucker. It's only been official for like 3 days.
That's 72 motherfucking hours.
I'm glad that you can fucking do math.
Yeah.
You hurt
You
his
should take your
feelings,
fucking
JT.
boots off to
Did
do
you
that
know
one?
he's very sensitive?
I am so sensitive. I'm going to stop responding to my text messages again.
What are you going to do? Go on Colt Cabana's podcast and talk shit about me, then come crawling back? Oh, yeah. That one cut a little deep, didn't it?
Oh.
Not here to make friends, make money, huh, bitch? Yeah.
Yeah.
How's that
Hey, you know
tricep?
what?
I'm going to tear it.
Don't worry about it.
That's your bicep, you ignoramus. The tricep's over here.
Don't
God
worry about it.
damn.
Look at this. It's buff and ready to roll.
Okay, Joe Dierte, calm down.
Here we go.
A little thunder and a little
Don't
lightning.
church it up, son.
Motherfucker's going to throw that shit out casting when he's drunk at Papa Gimmicks' house.
All right.
God damn.
And this is exactly why I love this.
Oh
my God.
How did you get me to agree to this again?
What? Because you're drinking whatever that Jack Daniels can that you are out of, so you need to crack another can.
What's that?
Stone Cold Cooler.
I need another one, you say?
Another out of the Stone Cold Cooler.
Hold on. Let me hold it like a true champion.
Get fucked. The only way to hold the belt is over your shoulder, not like a fucking clown. There you, dude, look at that.
Like how Roman used to hold it with both of them.
Roman, dude, okay.
He held
He's
it,
so
right?
fucking bitchy, he couldn't even hold his own championship. He made Paul Heyman's walrus ass hold it.
Hey, when you got other people to do your work for you, you know.
You know what? Dude,
What?
Okay, I'm going to mention this one more time. We're on live TikTok. We are No Gimmicks, capital KNOW. Come follow us. We talk all the shit about WWE. Come on and join us. And if you have any comments
He
about
has
what
no
we're
clue.
saying. What?
Exactly.
Who has no clue? JT has no clue.
Motherfucker, you have
He has no clue. Okay. What were we even discussing before we went on this wild rant?
Somehow
CM
we were still
Punk's a
on two-night
bitch.
events, but that was an important thing to talk about.
Check number 2. Like, we have gone only that far down the list.
There's
insane.
a list?
You actually have a list?
You just made the list. You just made the list.
Chris, go get your boy. You're closer than the rest of us. Go get your boy.
His wife can handle him. He's at home.
My wife don't know shit. I'm in another room. She don't know shit. And I swear
she's gonna beat your ass. Text Brady's wife. He's talking shit.
Not about her. I'm not.
You just said she don't know shit. That's talking
shit. He said
shit.
she don't know shit.
Yeah, she's gonna come murder me. And then we're not going to have a No Gimmicks podcast, or we're going to have a No Gimmicks. Oh, Tracy's texting me.
Uh-oh.
Mama Gimmicks. Shut up and let's. Oh, goddamn, dude. I have to show this off. Check out that fish Mama Gimmicks just caught. Check out that fish. That is badass.
I thought you're the good fisher person, you know? Like,
obviously not. Dude,
he's trash.
He learned from the best.
He lets her catch the fish.
Hey,
and then
all
he
I'm
poses
saying
with
is every time I've gone fishing with him, he's never caught anything, and I've caught 2 more than him.
I went fishing this last weekend, and I saw everybody.
I heard Nicole and your kids caught all the fish. So
no, sir.
It's because he uses a little worm, if you know what I mean.
Brady's going on Facebook with the record catching fish that he didn't actually catch, but you know.
Hey, you know what? That fish. Oh, listen. All right.
Here you go, Hogan, brother. Come on,
brother. Ugh. That you see. All right. That bass though that she just caught, dude, that's an awesome catch.
Yes.
And that's badass. And I am very jealous, and I'm gonna catch that motherfucker twice in June. Don't worry about it. So anyway, I know Tracy can hear. Congratulations, that's a badass fish. Coolest cat around. So anyway, was that at Beaver Tank?
No, that was across the road at the big tank.
Across the road, like at
Yeah.
the tank we were at the
Yeah,
last
the
time.
one by the highway.
We're going back there, and we're gonna catch them sons of bitches, and we're gonna bring them to our tank, and that way we can have them forever. So anyway,
5 of them today.
She caught 5 today.
I thought you had to go smoke some chicken with somebody or something.
We
Smoking
cooked
what?
steak.
What? You cook steak?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, how did you go fishing and cook steak?
Because I cooked the steaks, they went fishing.
Who went fishing? Who's they? You got to say names.
Tracy and Ryan.
Tracy and Ryan and Will and them.
Well, Ryan can get fucked because I am.
Bro, why is it every time you drink with me, you seem to get a little mouthy?
I'm mouthy regardless, bruh. Don't worry about it.
Roach, come get your boy.
I'm trying to find something real quick, but Pat must be missing it. But
I
I don't know. Do we want to see what you're looking for?
What is this about? What are you trying to find? And if it's about me, just let it go.
no,
I said no.
It's definitely about you. But
fuck, man, it's always about me. Oh, that's garbage. Garbage. Oh, you know what? You know what would be a great TikTok? And dude, this is just cemented. Done. In the
what?
books. I'm fucking burning that shirt live.
No, you are not. No.
Yes, I am. Burning it. We're going out to Papa Gimmicks in June, and I'm going to fucking douse a little gasoline, and I'm going to light that motherfucker on fire. Think I won't do it. We got a fire pit out there, and it is just aching to be burned in. And that shirt is the first to fucking go. Done.
Weren't we supposed to talk about wrestling here? What's going on now?
That is wrestling right there. Burning Drew McIntyre's garbage ass shirt that I've had to wear twice in a row to a stupid event because I lost a bet.
Because you, yeah, it's your
you lost multiple bets. You lost multiple bets.
Well, you know what? I'm never losing a bet again. Don't worry. So
okay.
I can talk about what?
That sounds like something you should bet the shirt with. Oh, there's a bet. There's a bet. Burn it versus wear it again.
You have a CM Punk shirt you're supposed to be wearing. Don't worry.
Well, you got to win a bet first. So,
motherfucker, I got to pay for a plane ticket. I don't want to hear shit. I've lost worse than all of you.
Oh, God.
But at the end of the day, I still don't have to wear a Drew McIntyre or a CM Punk or a Roman Reigns shirt.
I will wear a CM Punk shirt to fucking church. I don't care. CM Punk.
Wow.
Yes.
Brady, you're not going to church.
Yeah.
You don't know me. I don't fucking go to church. I don't give a fuck. I'll go fucking praise the almighty best in the world. And
Shane McMahon?
Absolutely. Shane McMahon, I'll wear Here Comes the Money and CM Punk. I'll wear a Here Comes the Money jersey and wear this belt. Think I won't do it. I will fucking go to church. Pray. Nicole and I are going to be married for 10 years here in a year or two.
Oh, do we do, baby?
What, you guys are going to come, and then we're going to have a wrestling entrance, and I'm going to come out. We can come out.
I need to know when this date is so I can get in the gym so I look good wearing a vest.
Yeah. You can come out to your glass break. Chris, you can come out, to Hulk Hogan or whatever you love, and then I'll come out to...
Yeah, because there's no Roman Reigns music allowed.
Oh, my God. Yeah, see? Look at this fish right there. Look at that catfish Tracy just sent. That's Mama Gimmicks. Look at that. Tell me I'm not a good fisherman. Look at that catfish.
I think Tracy hooked it and gave you the pole like you're a little fucking 4-year-old.
You know what? No.
She probably helped.
No.
She helped him. She come on.
Look how happy we all are. Look at
She
that.
can hold the fish right. That's how dumb he is.
I couldn't get that sumbitch hooks out. That's why I hooked it so good.
You don't know? Oh, well, yeah. You're a good fisherman. You can't even get the hooks out. Yeah.
It hooked so good. Don't worry. We got it out of the water. Okay.
Well, yes, that's how fishing works. Thanks for telling us, oh great wise fisherman.
Hey, I put all of y'all against me in fishing. I whoop all y'all. I whoop all y'all ass. Don't worry about it.
When you
Yeah.
find that.
Anyway, this is a no gimmicks wrestling podcast.
And we're
But
talking
we've
about
been talking
fishing.
about fishing for last 10 minutes. Okay.
Meanwhile, I'm watching the results of the NASCAR race like a good redneck.
Who won?
Ross Chastain,
Who the hell's that?
the watermelon man.
Oh,
So
You said do you have a list of topics, Brady? Is there something we should be talking about next?
well, I do, but
Okay.
we kind of.
This
Let's
was
talk
his
about-
idea. The first one went off without a hitch. Everything was great. And
This
then
is
he's like,
great.
bro, we're going to do a second one. I'm like, let's do it, killer. I follow you. And then he's just like,
This has been a fantastic recording. I love it.
an hour worth of recording with 10 minutes of, wrestling talk.
Hey, it's been entertaining as fuck.
That's what it is.
Yes, if we can entertain ourselves, we're entertaining the others that are watching. So here's the second topic. How do you feel now that we are off of WrestleMania and Cody Rhodes has finally made his appearance back at Saturday Night main event? Like, how do you feel? You ready? You ready for him to come and get his title back?
Well, I mean, the fact that he's going straight into a tag match doesn't give me confidence that that's the plan. But I mean, I'm pretty sure this is going to be a slow burn of Cody having to get that belt back. I mean, it goes back into what are they going to do with Cena? Are they are they in this for the long haul? Does he retire as a last? I mean, it goes back to what are they going to do? I don't know.
Are we, just out of curiosity and y'all's thinking, are we actually going to go through this whole year with Cena as the champion?
I mean, it's we talked about before, Brady. Like if they're selling, every single city has a unique shirt and belt, and if those things are selling like crazy and it's getting all that attention the whole year, probably. Like, I mean,
but they could do that with
I don't know, like
being the champion. That's the thing. Is like they could have.
I mean, they could, but that's going to be a sign that it's working, though. Like, to them, that's what the reality of that is, like.
Or is it just
I don't know.
That Cena is. I think they could be selling these belts. In my opinion, they could be selling this merchant belts without Cena even being present. And straight up, I mean, they could.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
So I think I could definitely say that we are not going to end the Cena retirement tour with heel Cena.
There was flashes at Backlash of was he contemplating, with the thank you Cena chants, because he's probably going to get those every time he actually wrestles. He's probably going to get those every time, just because regardless of the character now, fans are always going to, they're always going to do that probably because they got to see one of his last matches, and it's not like he hasn't earned the respect of the overall
that's the
career.
thing, right?
But
like, I don't, as much as we all hate John Cena right now, none of us actually hate John Cena. We lived through the Cena era, and he deserves his flowers with the thank you Cenas. And I think I don't want to insult the average wrestling fan. Oh, there's Nicole coming in to whoop his ass. We aren't saying Cena's thank you Cena sucks because we're that divided. We're saying that because that's what we need to do as wrestling fans, and that's what he wants us to do.
Yeah, the "Let's Go Cena sucks" is like that was part of his thing for years. That was just part of it, you know. Up until he started like burning the house down with his 2014 2015 run of actually showing "fuck you guys, I can wrestle" tour,
Yeah.
that was just part of it, and that's like a part of his legacy. So it's it's really out of a place of respect, if anything. And
Right. And that's what I'm
but
saying.
yeah,
Like,
I don't think they should end it as a heel. Although the possibility is still, what if he really did leave as champ? That'd be something to heat up Mania season. I'll say that, but I don't see it happening.
so again,
I don't.
I'm super biased.
Mhm.
But I want to see at Survivor Series Cena turn on his team, and we get face Cena back to finish out the year, just because we're going to be there. And that way,
Yeah,
because I think that to me that's the easy button setup. Somehow put a team around Cena and the faces, and then Cena has that moment, and he gets eliminated or whatever, and then he turns on the other team.
yeah. Because I was thinking about it a while back, and it's like if he were to turn back face anytime soon or anything, like, do I really want to just see him show up and have some matches just because? Well, just because of like, do I want them to say, "Oh, we're gonna do CM Punk versus Cena just one last time, just because," or AJ Styles just one last time, just because, or do we want them to get those matches in a program that even if it's the heel run that we're doing, like I want it to be an actual program and not just him. Okay, I'm going to show up and fight this person next week just because I haven't fought him yet. I want it to mean
100%.
something.
I told Brady this earlier. I was like, I need one more AJ Styles run of beat up John Cena. I loved that.
Yeah.
Well,
that was fantastic. Yeah.
That's the thing is like you were saying, we need if we're going to have these builds or we're going to have these matches, we need a month, 6 weeks build to make it mean something. So I would love to see an AJ Styles versus Cena feud. I would love to see a Punk and Cena feud. I would love to see even. I know Randy Orton's done, but I would love to see even longer Randy Orton feud. I mean, that was great for what it was. And I think that it ran short, but
and if they're doing it that way, that means we only got
we have 6 months,
7, 8 matches. Yeah. But if that's what it is, it's what it is.
That's the thing is like, what are they going to do on SummerSlam? Like, or they need to. They have to separate, and I don't know, we've all talked about this before. They've got to separate Punk from all this garbage that they're doing with Seth and Bronson and Breaker. They've got to separate all that in order to make that feud happen.
Chris, stop. Roach, I'm watching you fucking stop it.
Say it. What do you want to say?
Always got to go back to Punk.
No, it's just it's the facts though. It's the fact. You want to tell me that I'm wrong. You want to see that feud because you know it's going to be fucking good. Like the match may not be a 5-star match, but dude, could you imagine the mouthpiece? Just
Punk will light him. Punk will light his ass up,
dude.
No doubt. Yeah,
it's the same thing with AJ, dude. Could you imagine? But they're gonna have to figure out a way to make that shit happen. And I just don't know. They're running out of time quick. Like we're looking up, dude. It was January, and Cena showed up at the Royal Rumble, and that was the first time we saw him. And then he didn't show up again till the Elimination Chamber, and then he didn't show up from there to WrestleMania. And now we're actually kind of getting some dates in, but we've got a very limited amount of time.
Yeah, and I mean, with all of it, JT, you know what someone's supposed to do on their way out. Do you think he's going to do that? You know what you're supposed to do, but it doesn't always go that way.
So it's flashback to what we talked about post WrestleMania. I'm not confident that that's the norm anymore. I don't know what direction we're heading, and I mean, what better way to flip the wrestling world on its head than to watch him leave with that belt, and now we have to establish or reestablish a championship.
I think it will make the Mania season pretty crazy because, yeah, I mean,
exactly,
like
but again, right? Like on the other hand, he is that guy, and as much as he's on his 17th run, he's still trying to give back. We just watched R-Truth get a specialty match. When was the last time we saw R-Truth in a match on anything other than a gimmick ass match on a Monday Night Raw? You know,
tagging with someone. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
But they grew kind of. I'm not going to say they grew up together, but those two literally ran the streets together from.
And that's what I'm saying, right? Like that's a way to give back.
Yeah,
we're gonna get John Cena in the same ring as Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso. And what a better way to give some credibility to what a good portion of people are saying is a non-credible champion in Jey Uso. If he goes in there and he whoops up on John Cena, win or lose.
Hey, don't knock my JS.
Hey,
Uso, but
I'm right there with you.
Oh
I'm
my
right there
God.
with my mans.
that's
One
the
word.
four words, one
Yeet.
word. Yeah.
Yeet.
But again, right? Like whether me and Papa Gimmicks like it or not, there's a considerable amount of the wrestling fan population that's like, all right, I'm already tired. He didn't deserve it. What are we doing? Make it credible. Let him take John Cena to a 2.5 count.
Hey, I say let him. Honestly, let him pin him. I mean, I wouldn't hate it. Cody Rhodes gets the AA. He goes into a frog splash or whatever. It's a tag match. It is what it is. I say let it happen.
I don't know.
But I thought, like you said, the craziness of if he goes out still the champ is it's insane to even think about. And part of me wants it just because of how insane it is. I also thought it would have been cool if he had gone the whole time, and then like the only way it would have worked to me is if it was like Cody was gone all year, and then like last minute, like the week before his last match, who's gonna challenge me? And then Cody shows up, and then Cody took it back. I thought that would be pretty epic. It's not going to go that way, obviously. But yeah, if he's not going to go all the way to the end as the heel champ, I think he needs to turn face though. Just point blank.
I think
by SummerSlam, I think.
Well, and honestly, it's not out of the stretch. He in his last month and a half, maybe even 2 months, is going to turn back face, and then he's going to hit the end of his run is going to be the announcement he's going in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I mean that's. Like, I wonder, like, do they do the night after his last match, appearance, or do they save it, just let him do a Hall of Fame thing? I think the Hall of Fame bid would be better, If they're gonna advertise his last match, last appearance, let that be it, and then anything else after that is just like a Hall of Fame would be it. Even if it's at 3:00 in the fucking morning.
Well, so that I will tell you,
SmackDown,
and I will tell you, not that I don't support him coming back or showing up, but it needs to be a clean cut. He's retired. He's going in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Let him show up in the crowd. Let him come introduce some superstars. Let him make some appearances, but clean cut.
End. No angles. I mean, even Undertaker might chokeslam a motherfucker here and there, but like so he can AA someone if some Austin Theory light comes up and he needs a whooping, but he needs to be retired. No more actual angles of any kind.
Ric Flair.
And I think you will. Yeah, I think you will. He's got other options, so he doesn't have to come back. That's the truth.
If John Cena leaves with the title, retires, okay, what is that Hall of Fame speech going to sound like? Like,
I didn't even think of that. I mean,
that's like, are we leaving?
So it's so far fetched.
He comes up and he slams the fucking title down on the podium and goes, and then drops the mic and walks away.
But is that his? is that his everlasting legacy, right? Like what's I don't know. I just that Hall of Fame.
I don't think it's going to go down that way, just because I don't. I mean, I think I would think he wants to be able to go out with, acknowledging the fans. And yeah, it wouldn't make sense for him to go the last real champ and then be Hall of Fame inducted, whether it's in a year, 2 years, or any time, it doesn't make all that much sense. So I don't think it happens. There's always that, what if it did? That would be crazy. So yeah, I don't know how they do it then. I don't know,
Okay.
Who knows?
To get off of the John Cena topic, because we've been on it for quite some time, what are we going to do about Goldberg and his retirement match this year?
It's going down at Saturday night's main event in Atlanta, Georgia, his hometown.
Yeah.
The end. It's going to be him and Gunther.
Is that the same weekend they do Evolution?
Yep. Same day.
Him and
Goldberg's last match will be what it is. I don't see them trying to get him to destroy Gunther. I don't, but they get a 10-minute match out of it, and Goldberg doesn't need much. His last run was a good enough retirement for him, but I don't think it's gonna be. It'll be what it is. It's one show, his hometown. Move on. Bye. But
next.
What about Evolution, guys?
Who's next? Not Goldberg.
Evolution. Let's talk about that a little bit. So it has officially been announced, and that is an all-women's pay-per-view.
Yep.
They are on, in my opinion, they're on women's struggle bus at the moment. So how are we going to elevate this? So are we bringing back? Is this going to be the time where they actually bring back AJ Lee? Are they going to? You don't think they're going to bring back Trish? Are they going to bring?
I'd see Trish. Yeah.
Not
if Trish wants to. Yes. Basically, I think it's whether Trish wants to or not.
I think it's going to be nothing but WWE, AAA, and TNA, and then a few independent.
No, they'll throw some NXT. I mean,
I
don't think they're going to have to make it like
WWE, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Are we going to get that Alexa versus Trish match that we didn't get last year?
I think Trish.
I think it'll be one of those things where I think it'll be one of those things. They're going to have all the singles champions. They'll probably have an NXT title match of some kind. I'd be willing to bet they want to show off Sol Ruka. She deserves a big audience. She's amazing. It'll be some good matches probably. I don't think it's going to blow anything away, but you never know. These girls, some of these girls are certainly capable of blowing. We may get another, Io Bianca Rhea banger that was amazing. Who knows? I think it'll probably only be 7 or 8 matches tops. If not one of the lesser ones, but it's fun. The last one was fun. It'll be what it is. I think sometimes these girls deserve a chance to get a little bit more time. Give those girls some time to work, and yeah, I think it'll be fun. I like the last one, so
yeah. The last one was a lot of fun. So yeah, we'll see. I guess what happens, but other than that, yeah. Guys,
I think it's cool that some of them will get time to build to a premium event, because that's a lot of the times that's just flat out what is missing from some of that stuff. They're not getting the right time to build to the right event to get the recognition it deserves.
I think they need to capitalize on this cross-pollination of AAA, TNA, NXT, WWE, whatever. And I think that we get that weird stare off or that weird look in the eye or interruption of entrance and exit between AAA and TNA, TNA and NXT, AAA. And so that way, because again, I think what I hope is WWE is capitalizing on what could potentially be the greatest time in wrestling since the 1980s. Will we see AEW superstars? No. But again, right? If you're truly about this partnership, Joe Hendry appearing at WrestleMania, let's run it. You know what I mean? Let's build. And to Brady's point, let's build the women's brand across the board, period. Let's start making.
And I don't even know that they need to get the AAA in there. I think they got plenty of. I mean, you got 4 single champs and a tag champ, and
well, but I mean,
I don't know. I mean, maybe they will. It'll be fun. I would love to see it. Don't get me wrong.
so
I just don't know
if
if they
Evolution
need to.
are these 1 or 2 standoff shows, then let them showcase. Don't keep it just WWE hierarchy.
Okay,
I wish they'd be ballsy enough to invite Toni Storm.
Oh,
dude, Toni Storm was with WWE. Dude, she was phenomenal.
But I mean, again,
her stuff she's done now is on another level. Like I never would have foreseen her being able to be so entertaining and just.
Yeah. But again,
she's another level right now.
Women's wrestling. Give it the shot in the arm. Let's see where it goes.
Yeah.
If we're gonna do, and that's my thing, right? Like, don't half-ass it. If we're gonna send this bitch to the moon.
Yeah, 100%. Pull out all
Are they keeping the tag titles, JT? You and me have talked about this a million times.
Well, so
it is what it is.
Right?
I know.
Like, what would the reaction be? Is if they do a tournament style thing at Evolution, kind of blend the Mae Young Classic, and then the winner of that is celebrating, and then out walks Toni Storm and just stares them down.
Oh, that'd be the pop would be insane. I mean, it would blow everything's mind.
As much as I shit
they're
on
not about
AEW
that, obviously,
and make fun of it, at the end of the day, if you have
there are a lot of talent.
if you have a pond, we've heard the big fish, little pond. We've heard that throughout our lives. It's a great metaphor. But when you take that pond and turn it into a lake, now you have a bigger pool. Now you're going to have these big fish against other big fish. You're going to have these little fish clawing their way to be the big one. Fucking full send it.
We'll see what it is. I mean, like I said, I don't know. I'm excited for it. If they do a whole full-on bring some TNA and AAA, it'll probably be amazing. They got both those organizations have just talent all over the place that are more than capable of going in there with the WWE girls.
We just need another Chelsea Green versus Penta match.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, I don't know how long we've been going.
An hour and 17 minutes.
Hour and 17 minutes. Okay, well, it's Brady off the top rope question night or episode. And I've got one for you guys. And this it's kind of a gimmick, a little bit. Off the top rope, what is your all-time favorite gimmick matchup? And what I mean by that, is it TLC? Is it Hell in a Cell? Is it a cage match? Is it a table match? Is it a buried alive match? What is your all-time favorite, knowing you're going to get to watch it and it's going to be a blast? What is your favorite, JT?
I didn't realize it in the moment, but if there's one gimmick match that I could run back and watch over and over again, just for sheer entertainment, it is that stupid ass gimmick battle royal at WrestleMania.
Okay, all right. WrestleMania 17.
Just the fact that none of those people had any business being in the ring.
Yeah.
But what a moment. For nothing more than the ability to watch, because I remember it, right? Like, I remember sitting there watching it and my dad going, holy shit, these are my guys.
Okay.
And now, if you're talking about like a true gimmick match, I don't give a shit what any of you say. As a grown-ass man, if any man doesn't say a good bra and panties match, you're fucking wrong.
All right, that's good. I'm okay with that, and I will play. So the very first bra and panties match I witnessed live and in living color was with Papa Gimmicks, and then inadvertently again, Chris Roach was there live. We were at WWE Homecoming USA, and there was a bra and panties match there, and that was Okay. That's all I can say. We got to see one there live, and it was cool. So
It was cool.
It was cool. It was cool.
Little teenage Brady. Oh boy, she took her shirt off.
Boobies.
I don't know, Chris. You are
Papa Gimmicks. You're taking him to those matches when he was that young. Jeez.
Hell yeah, he was, bro.
Letting him watch Attitude Era, HLA, and all that shit. Jesus.
That wasn't Attitude Era. That was not Attitude Era. That was Ruthless Aggression Era.
That was
after, yeah. But
yeah, Jesus, that should have been Attitude Era. Good shit. All right, Chris, what you got, brother?
You know, because it can be more than one type of thing. A match that I really, like, one of my favorite types of matches that I get excited about when they're announced are 2 out of 3 falls matches. You can do a lot with them. For one thing, you can do a 3 stages of hell type gimmick with it to make it more, or just even a standard 2 out of 3. But there's so much that when done right, there's so much fucking fun. Like there's so many different ways of doing it with the psychology of how you can make a good match. And again, you can make each round a different gimmick to even spice it up that way. It's just a fun match, and I love that there's always that it can be add so much psychology to how they do it, and it's always to me when it's done right and you get into that third round, it's fucking fun.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I think the last 2 out of 3 falls match that I can truly remember that was like a bloody, just all out wasn't it that Triple H versus Stone Cold? That was the 3 stages of hell.
That was they've done. I don't remember the specific. They've done different variations on that since, but that one was absolutely one of my all-time favorites. That was a just really fucking good classic match.
Didn't they do the Raw Roulette into that at one time too, where they spun the wheel to determine the 3 different match types?
Yeah. They've done that. Well, they did the Austin versus Bischoff, that trifecta thing. That was fun. That wasn't the 3 stages of hell, but that was fun.
That's not going to be one of my favorite versions of it, but yeah, no. Again, like I said, there's a lot of possibilities of how but even just a straight up wrestling match, 2 out of 3 falls when done right, it can be a lot of fun. So
absolutely.
But if you throw in some steel cages and ladders in between it, added bonus.
What do you think, Papa Gimmicks? What is your favorite?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know?
I saw that coming from a mile away.
I like the dumpsters.
Dumpsters.
My God, what a throwback!
Oh my God!
Y'all don't remember the dumpster matches?
I remember.
Oh, yeah, they had one
matches.
recently. They had one recently.
Yeah.
It's like the casket match, but for common folk.
Pretty much, yeah.
All right. Well, I'm gonna say my favorite's Hell in the Cell because you get smashed in the face with a toolbox. No.
And a rare character like the Demon also gets split open and almost gets pulled out of the match.
My all-time favorite gimmick match, honestly, is TLC. I love a fucking TLC match, dude. And that TLC match we saw at SmackDown while we were there, and then
amazing.
Yeah, you can go back
getting
and watch
beat with
TLC
prosthetic legs. Yeah.
You can go back and watch WrestleMania 17, WrestleMania 16, or 2000 or whatever, and watch those TLC matches over and over and over, dude. They're just so much fun. They really are. And there really hasn't been a bad TLC. Well, I can't say that. There has been some pretty shitty TLC matches, but
I mean, there's been some where they clearly phoned it in. Okay, fall off. They phoned it in, but no, when it's done right, it's amazing.
They're amazing. Yeah, and even I am a fan not of triple threat matches. I fucking hate triple threat matches. But triple threat TLC matches are a blast. They always have been. So, and yeah, at the end of the day, that's my favorite gimmick match. If they say there's going to be a TLC, I'm fucking tuning in. So, but other than that, guys, I guess that's going to wrap up our episode 10 or 12 or 18.5, whatever we're at. I don't even fucking know. Yeah.
It's been too long.
Any final thoughts, suggestions?
Fuck CM Punk.
Fuck CM Punk.
Best in the world, bro. Best in the world at what he does. I've got it.
What, tear triceps?
Yep.
Yeah. Hey, man, let me tell you something, though. He came back, and he was there every fucking week. You know what would Roman done? Roman would have been gone for like 3.5 years. And then when he came back, he would have still
And
been
got paid more than Punk
done.
still.
What?
That's just because he had
And
cancer.
got paid
We
more
felt
than
bad
Punk
for
still.
him.
All right, guys. Hey, man, again, JT, Brady, we got Chris, we've got Papa Gimmicks, we got Phil over here being awful fucking quiet. Appreciate y'all watching in, and yeah, we're out.